Hello, it's Nick Falgout. Back in action. Sorry I didn't get a release sealed up. I broke my hand pretty recently, actually, so I've been coping with that. My right hand, my mouse hand, but I've learned how to use the left for a number of things, if you get my meaning. I'm talking about mousing and jerking off. Whatever. What do you want from me? This is a hard pack, and I've left myself none of time. All of these are potentially first pickable. Um, red looks like it could be a trap in Dark Ascension because it's so good. I think Bone Flinger's just got to be the pick here. It may not actually be the pick over the Blade Master, but you got to think a splashable 2-for-1 is going to be better than any of the rest of these options. So that is the direction I went with it. Here's another one. This is a little annoying to see Pyreheart Wolf here and foil just to taunt me. 2-for-1s are not that great against undying creatures, it turns out. I guess they're better than 1-for-1s, right? I should talk about the other things that are good in this pack while the format's still young, and because I'm recording and all that stuff. Griptide, I think, is very good. I like it, I think, a lot more than even most people do. I think this is going to be an insane trick in this format. Burden of Guilt's really good. Scorn Villager is pretty sweet here. The Warlord's awesome. The Wolf is sweet. There's another Rack with Madness, but I think I'm just going Boneflinger number 2. There's no other black card even in this pack. And, was there anything good in the last pack? I think I'm setting myself up pretty well here. So we'll go Boneflinger, Boneflinger. I guess the Stromkirk Captain was in that last pick, in that last pack. Here's the Tragic Slip, which is certainly a first pick worthy card out of some packs. And then out of this pack, I don't know what. Obviously, there's an uncommon and a rare missing, but I'm pretty sure I take it over most commons, and there's various other scenarios. These are going to be really good with our Bone Flingers, but I don't think I'll have to get third or over a Tragic Slip. Yeah, the rest of this pack is pretty bad. This guy's probably okay. This guy's pretty good. This is another card. This and Griptide, I think, are going to be cards that I take a lot higher than most other people because I just think they're so interesting. And I just missed tricks in Triple Innistrad. This is a good card too. This is probably a little slow and not at its best in black. Although, maybe it is at its best in black, which doesn't have a lot of flying blockers anyway. Tragic Slip, pretty clearly the pick there. A fourth pick, Immerwolf, is not something I think you're going to see particularly often. Um, that said, I don't necessarily want to duck in for 2 additional colors there. The best cards in this pack, I think, other than Immerwolf, are the 2 black cards, Reap the Seagraph and Death's Caress. And I'm leaning Death's Caress just because it's unconditional removal, and it doesn't. You sort of need to be blue for this to be excellent. Obviously, 3 for a 2/2 is not the absolute worst, and it is a zombie if that becomes relevant. I think I'm just gonna keep taking removal spells until somebody tells me I have to stop. Obviously, our curve's a little high, but the Bone Flingers are sweet at 5. And Death's Caress, that second ability is not irrelevant. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and try out a Hell Vault here. I could take another Death's Caress. I could take Undying Evil, which is gonna be real good in our deck. Do not get me wrong, but I don't actually know how good this is in draft. There's a pretty decent chance it's not that good. Is that? It's a mythic rare. It's probably worthless. The other cards in this, I could take a Griptide here. I could take a Stalker, who I think is a lot better than most people are going to give him credit for, but he's another 5-drop. I don't think I want the other Caress here. I think I would take on Die Evil before a second Caress, but I'm going to go ahead and try Hell Vault, because I suspect that the majority of the time, this is going to be pretty sweet if you can get the 7 mana, and we're already looking heavy on the cost. And obviously, hiding your own Bone Flingers, if I can destroy this in any way, is going to be fine. Here... There's not really very much, is there? This is not really playable in draft, although the Bone Flingers are both zombies. Gruesome Discovery doesn't seem that great. Thraben Heretic is probably the best card in this pack. I guess there's a pretty decent shot I'll play 1 Gruesome Discovery. And it does not commit me to another color. This is pretty close. This is definitely a little bit better, but I don't know how good the white is going to be. So I'm gonna stay on color and take the Gruesome Discovery. That is an awfully late Scorned Villager, as awful as I think Black Green was in the last format. I don't think I can take Black Cat over it. Rack with Madness is good. But we have so much removal already that I think I want to take the Villager here, just on the assumption that we'll get, it'll accelerate us a little bit. Skipping a turn to flip this guy is not totally irrelevant with a Hellvault on the board. Yeah, I mean, I think like we could just take this Rack with Madness, but we passed a lot of red. We passed that Blade Master. I think we're more likely to get hooked up in green in the second pack. And this fits our curve better. Which means I could try out this Deadly Allure, which is a card I have no idea how to rate. Lambholt Elder. People saying that she's not that bad. Or I could just go for Young Wolf, or I could just take Reap the Seagraph. I think I want to take one of the black cards here. Huh. Yeah, I guess I'm going to try Deadly Allure. Lambholt Elder might be the better one. I guess there's not like a ton of... It's not like a huge chance that I'm going to run this if I'm just black. There's another Elder. This seems like it probably shouldn't have wheeled to me. I am sort of wishing I'd taken the Rack with Madness now, but this doesn't seem like a big deal for our deck to deal with. Undying Evil or Lambholt Elder. I think I'm just going to... I mean, I do have this one green card, but I think I'm going to take Undying Evil. It just seems like a really excellent little trick. With the Bone Flingers. I'm going to go ahead and take Young Wolf here over a Hood and some marginal playables. Seems like, early guy is fine. I don't know how much I want to play two Undying Evils, though, so I'm gonna try Crushing Vines in this spot. That gives me a way to kill my own Hellvault, if that's relevant. Here's a Hollowhenge Beast, who doesn't really fit our curve, but is a fine man. Otherwise, do I think I'm going to play a second Gruesome Discovery? Not really. This card is actually probably really annoying against us, so I'll just take it. It definitely should not be going that late, is a hint. So, after pack 1, I like what we've got here for the most part. I like that we picked up a way to kill our own Hellvault, which I think is the most likely, the best possible. Yeah, this is the problem with green-black, of course, is that all these cards kind of blow. Like Fester Highbore, Moldgraph, Monstrosity. Monstrosity is not really a card I'm looking to main deck all the time. And we only picked up like one Villager. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Slayer the Wicked. He's the best with our Undying Evil and our Tragic Slip. I don't mind hiding him in a Hellvault. And I'm more likely to want to splash white with the possibility of getting some Pilgrims here. And I'm really, I got to play Sealeds, but I missed all the pre-release events, so I didn't get to play like with a bunch of Dark Ascension cards. So now we're already into the boring, Innistrad cards. So I might do some Sealed. I might do a triple Dark Ascension draft. I don't know. I'm gonna go nuts anyway. Slayer's the best. I mean, Slayer or Murder are the best cards in the pack. So I'm gonna take the one that's actually splashable in our base. 2 awesome blue cards and a bunch of crap. And that said, awesome is a pretty far stretch for sort of either of these cards, actually. I mean, this card's very difficult to cast and limited. This guy, can just completely destroy a game. We don't have a lot of ways to deal with it at the moment. But that said, I think I'm just going to take Spidery Grasp. We're not totally committed to green, but the white options are Spare from Evil and Smite the Monstrous, and I don't want to hop into blue and abandon anything. So Grasp is just going to be the best option, unfortunately. Second picking, Spidery Grasp. Definitely the thing that you want to be doing. The beats continue here. There's still not even like a good white card. I mean, I could just take another 5-drop. Black and green 5-drops deck is, a deck that one is occasionally forced to draft. I guess I'm going to take it. Probably not playing the Beast in this case. God, neither of these colors is open. So what do we do to rectify this? We have what, 2 zombies? Maybe all those late reap the Seagraphs really gave someone the wrong impression. All these cards just don't even do anything. Like, I don't even think I want to hack anything. I guess I'm just taking another Spidery Grasp. I don't really want this Kinder Catch. Man, this is bad. Bad news. Either I ignored a signal or somebody opened something nuts pretty close to me. Spider spawning is another dumb black-green 5-drop. I guess I'll just take this Interloper. Not that it's good in our deck, but it is, like, I can force something to block it, which is interesting. I can Undying Evil it, which is fine. Gruesome Discovery gets killed. I don't know. It's a low drop. It'll apply some pressure. We don't look like we're aggressive. But I cannot conscionably take another 5-drop without some more acceleration. I'm not taking Demon Mail Hauberk. So let's get the beats on. Subparly. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take One-Eyed Scarecrow here. Well, these packs have been pretty thin for everybody, I think. I definitely don't need another Grasp. I'm definitely not a fan of the Manor Skeleton, so we'll just take this thing. Sure, Ambush Viper. Just for curve purposes, like, this is not even that interesting in our deck. I don't think. Well, it is a little, it does make something like Deadly Allure or Tragic Slip a lot better. I think it's just still Viper, though. It's not a particularly ideal removal spell. It is removal, but it's not like, we saw plenty of black in pack 1. That's an awesome card to see that late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8th pick here. Yeah, that's actually just fantastic. That helps us splash Slayer. It gets us early drops. It accelerates us to our late drops. Here, I think I'm just taking Naturalize. I don't really care about a Sharpened Pitchfork. I don't really care about a Rebuke and Naturalize. Something else that kills our own Hell Vault. So we might even consider main decking it. All these cards are bad. I guess I don't really care about Soulhop Occultist. Not that we have a ton of ways to stop it right now. But I am just going to take the Vengeance. Moon Mist isn't doing much for us. I'll just take Corpse Lunge. We do have a couple big guys. I think I'm more likely to want Kinder Catch than Endless Ranks. Although I'm sort of hoping to run neither, obviously. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it's fine with the deformity there, I guess. So, Curse of the Nightly Hunt. You can't be passing Curse's last pick. What about the guy running the Curse of Thirst deck? So I would be happy to run most of these main deck. I kind of want to run one of the Artifact Destruction spells. Hello, Bloodline Keeper. It's a good way to start, I suppose. As good as any. Boar is the only other card we even think about taking, and yeah, this pack is garbage for everybody except for the white drafter. So just snap our Bloodline Keeper before I accidentally left-handedly click on the wrong card. I think Captain is fine here. We don't have a ton of humans, but he's just a 2/2 body. I don't think we want Boar. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we definitely want low drops here. Deadly Allure doesn't really do anything unless we have low drops. We may not be running Deadly Allure anyway. I don't know. Corpse Lunge is not looking awful here. We do have this guy, this guy, this guy. Who could all die. Kessig Wolf Run, a little annoying there. Okay, I could think about Spider spawning in this spot. We only have 14 creatures, though. I mean, we're not looking super aggressive, but Interloper does help the Bloodline Keeper count. But we sort of just want to play it defensive. We do have Pilgrim and Scorn Villager. Yeah, I'm just going to take spawning here. So I think I'm cutting one of these Grasps for sure. And one of these 5-drops almost for sure. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Rotting Fence Snake. I guess I could take Travel Prep. Yeah, travel prep actually doesn't seem bad. We are going to be splashing for Slayer. It's going to get enough value on the first go round. I guess it makes our Undying Evil a little worse. We could even just take Grave Bramble. Travel prep, yeah, we don't actually necessarily feel like the travel prep deck to me. How are we winning, though? Yeah, Grave Bramble might actually just be the call here, although I guess I don't necessarily want Grave Bramble and One-Eyed Scarecrow. Yeah, I'm just going to take Travel Prep. I feel like it has the most upside of sort of not a lot of good options there. Move this over here. It's going to pause it, but then it pop back up. And here's a dead weight. First piece of proper black removal in a while. I will gladly take it. It's cheap enough to combo off with Gruesome Discovery if we end up running that. Unburial Rites or Orchard Spirit. It feels a little difficult to justify not taking Unburial Rites, despite the infinite 5-drops that we currently have at our disposal. Given that we're already splashing white. Yeah, we gotta do it. Gotta do it. Diagraph Ghoul over Outcast and Rig. Again, just because our top slots are so glutted and our early drops are pretty limited. So we need to start making decisions here about what all is making it and what all is not. This card may not actually make the deck, it turns out. Typhoid Rats, Screeching Bat, Kinder Catch. Taking Screeching Bat. Take the evasive one. Because then we can cut like Crushing. Yeah, I don't think this is a Hell Vault deck, actually. We ended up slightly more aggressive than I thought we were going to. What did I take over the second Interloper? Was it the Spider Spawning? Is it the... There's something. There's a Boar. Boar's pretty sweet. See, I think we're going to end up doing... We're going to play a lot of the aggressive cards here. Still don't want Mana Skeleton, though. This could be annoying. I guess so could Scourge of Dire Reach, but... We have made our decision already. I don't want another Corpse Lunge or another Moon Mist, and I just have no humans, so this card is going to kill me. I know that that's ironic, because once upon a time I got really upset that somebody beat me that card, but it turned out to be a pretty sweet little falter effect, didn't it? All of you can be happy now. Fen Snake or Altar's Reap. Do I have anything I actually even want to sack? Guess probably I do more than Rotting Fen Snake wants to be in my deck. Here's a Moon Mist. Guess I could have taken Paraceline, but I already have Naturalize and, well, just Naturalize, but that's a pretty sweet one by itself. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting build, I think. So we go Hamlet Captain. Hamlet Captain. So, Pilgrim, Young Wolf, Villager, Viper, Captain. Those are the only ones I'm sure I want to run. Probably I'll run Boar. Deadweight, Ghoul, Tragic Slip. That's got to be good enough to main deck most of the time, especially with the Bloodline Keeper. Slayer in there. And yeah, probably the Banshee's going to make it too. So that's a bunch of 5-drops already. It's a shapely curve right there. Let's separate it out here. So we are at 5 non-creature spells right now. I'm gonna put this in the deck just because I want to see how it performs. I don't have any first strikers though. Maybe that's not true. I do want to see how it performs. So our 3-drop options, creature-wise, basically just One-Eyed Scarecrow, but that doesn't seem like awful. Maybe I will just try Hell Vault. I'll throw Hell Vault in there with Crushing Vines. I have so many 187 creatures But I think Hellvault's actually going to be worth it, even in this sort of aggro shell. Crushing Vines approximates removal. I mean, Deadly Allure seems pretty okay with Burial Rites. I don't think I want Travel Prep in this deck. I think I want at least one more creature. But the options there are pretty limited, unless I want another 5 or 6 drop. You could run One-Eyed Scarecrow. That doesn't seem awful, necessarily. And then Spider Spawn. So let's take a look at the converted mana cost. I still don't. I think all of these are going to be better than any of these. And with only 15 creatures and the Hellvault, I don't think Spider Spawning's the play. So Corpse Lunge is an option. We have 1/4, a 3, a 3. We don't. Again, that doesn't seem good with the Unburial. I mean, Unburial Rites and Hellvault's not exactly a combo either. I think it's going to boil down to Gruesome Discovery, Spidery Grasp. I could run this other Naturalize, or I could run Deadly Allure. Which doesn't, I mean, Deadly Allure is fine with his Young Wolf, and seems okay with the Undying Evil, and even seems okay with, like, Tragic Slip, or the Banshee. Yeah, you know what? I've talked myself into trying Deadly Allure here. But I'm not like 100% convinced. Do I want to run 1 planes or 2 planes? Maybe the Discovery is going to be better. Let's take a look at the stats here. 16, 7, 1. So if I run 2 planes, I could run 10 and 5. 5 seems a little loose. 6 and 9. That seems okay. 9, 6, 9, 6, 2. No, yeah, that works. Add lands, suggest 11, 1, 5. I know I have a lot of black, but not that much double black. We have Keeper, Caress, Banshee. I definitely don't have much. I have no double green, obviously. 10 does feel a little better for the purposes of Bloodline Keeper, but I don't really. I can cut the planes. I do have the Pilgrim. Be a nice deck for an Evolving Wilds, to be sure. Deadly Allure doesn't necessarily seem that great. Maybe it's Gruesome Discovery? No, it's got to be Deadly Allure. It's so cheap. You can get a Fester Highboard down, you can get a Banshee down. We have big creatures that can use it, so I guess Spider Spawning makes it pretty cool. I mean, I guess it's awful against Spider Spawning. I'm not sure how to rate it, so I think I should play it. Same with the Hellvault, and that's that's the spirit of this thing, right? 9, 6, 1, 9, 6, 2. So I go 10, 6, 1. It feels a little greedy, but I do have the Pilgrim. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add a 10th swamp here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 green cards. None of them need to come down that early. We really need double black. Well, not till. No, you know what? I'm gonna. Do I want another forest though? I guess Pilgrim on turn 1 is pretty sweet. Yeah, we're gonna try that. We're gonna try with the 7th forest instead. 9, 7, 1. We'd never need double green, huh? All of our green is early. Yeah, that's gotta be better. Okay, 9, 7, 1. Submitted. Still not sure about the cards I mentioned, but hopefully. I mean, we have a lot of good Undying Evil targets, and this thing can obviously just take over the game. Anyway, see you in the first round.